grey list by the Financial Action Task Force over deficiencies in addressing money laundering and terrorism financing.
On January 15, 2019, 4 gunmen attacked the District D2 complex at 14 Riverside, claiming 21 lives before being neutralized by security forces. This tragic event followed previous terror attacks, such as the 2015 Garissa University massacre, where 150 students lost their lives, and other incidents like the 2014 Mpeketoni attack, the 2013 Westgate siege, the 2002 Kikambala hotel bombing, and the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombing. As the festive season begins, a period often marked by heightened terror threats, concerns have resurfaced over the funding of terrorist activities within the country. Speaking during the launch of Terrorism Financing Risk Assessment Report, Interior PS Raymond Omolo has warned non-profit organizations against diverting donor funding to facilitate illegal activities in the country.
We all endeavor to ensure that there is no clandestine diversion of funds intended for legitimate purpose, which at some point in the business ends up in the business of terrorist purposes. We should promote accountability for greater confidence among the non-profit organizations across the donor community, the financial institutions, and the general public, that funds and services reach the intended legitimate beneficiaries.
His remarks come in the wake of the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, a global watchdog for setting international standards against money laundering and terrorism financing, placing Kenya on its grey list due to its deficiencies in countering the crimes. Among the issues identified by FATF are Kenya's failure to prosecute cases over money laundering and terrorism financing, the absence of regulations for cryptocurrencies and non-profit organizations, and weak oversight in the real estate sector. As Kenya races to address these deficiencies, Omolo emphasized the need for greater transparency. He noted that the government has strengthened financial monitoring of non-state organizations, even as some remain reluctant to disclose their funding sources.
Lack of adequate financing controls among some organizations. I'm aware we have a number of organizations operating as PBOs who for years have been unable to file their returns or even have disclosures on how they receive their resources, as well as how those resources are expended.
The report recommends capacity building, awareness campaigns, and improved transparency and accountability in financial management among non-profit organizations to counter terrorism financing effectively. Addressing the nation today, Acting Interior CS Musalia Mudavadi noted that the nation, through its law enforcers, had thwarted at least 47 terrorist attacks as the government steps up its efforts in the fight against terrorism.
From January 2024 to November 2020, from January 2022 to November 2024, our officers have thwarted 47 terrorist attacks across the country. During the period, several terrorists have been neutralized. The government has also pushed for 11 successful convictions.
Ian Keitani, K24 TV, Nairobi.
All right, now in news from the Milimani Law Courts, a self-proclaimed private detective, Jen Mugo, has been acquitted of charges of threatening a businessman, Deepa Shah. Now, the court found the prosecution's case lacking in substance. Meanwhile, while 4 suspects accused of hijacking and kidnapping a retired government official in Machakos County have been remanded for 21 days. Now, the court ordered an investigation into anonymous threats made to the victims. Election Odera now reports.
Into the public limelight in 2022 when she was accused of threatening to shoot businessman Deepa Shah in Nairobi, a matter that found its way into the court's vicinity in a case that has taken 2 years now. But after a long legal battle, justice has been served for one Jen Mugo, the self-proclaimed private detective.
When she went with police officers to execute warrants in that house, only one police officer carried an AK-47 rifle. This evidence of these witnesses, the defense witnesses, was candid and cogent. The court is still left wondering who to believe.
Today, the spy queen has been acquitted by the Milimani courts.
Thank you.
Chief Magistrate Susan Shitubi ruled that the prosecution had failed to prove its case against Jen Mugo. The court also established inconsistency in the establishment of the two witnesses presented by the prosecution.
I can use this, and according to PW2, I will use this. These are two people who had the same statement at the same time. There is no evidence that she pointed at anybody or even drew out this gun. When the witnesses reported to the police station days later, the pistol or gun was not even mentioned at all.
One witness claimed that Mugo uttered a threatening remark to the complainant, Deepa Shah, suggesting she would use a pistol allegedly tucked in her waist. However, the court dismissed these allegations.
The evidence adduced by witnesses suggests that they saw what they assumed to be a pistol tucked away in her waist. They denied, even when being cross-examined, that the accused drew a pistol. There is absolutely no evidence to support the allegations, considering that even in their police statements.
Elsewhere in Machakos County, 4 suspects accused of hijacking, kidnapping and robbing retired senior government officer Titus Muteti Kilika, formerly a government chief physiotherapist, will spend another 21 days in jail as they await a decision on their bail or bond terms. Appearing before Sami Opande, the Kangundo Court Principal Magistrate, the 4 will spend 21 more days at Machakos GK Prison after the court ordered that anonymous threatening calls by the accused to the victim be brought to court.
If you are told had been investigating, so I'm granting you a further 21 days within which I expect you to present the alleged report on your investigations.
The court also directed the DCI's cybercrime unit to investigate and present a report to the court after 21 days. The 4 were arrested after being on the run and are accused of robbing Kilika on April 29, 2024. His mobile phone, national ID card, NHIF card, NSSF card and ATM cards from various banks and cash valued at 1.5 million shillings, and threatening to use violence against Kilika. Elected Orderer, K24 TV.
Now, motorists have been urged to exercise caution on the roads to prevent the loss of lives. Speaking during a press briefing at Harambee House in Nairobi, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi cautioned Kenyans to prioritize road safety during this festive season, as road-related injuries have risen by 11%, and as Innocent Ogaro now reports, motorists have also been warned against violating traffic rules.
With Christmas fast approaching, the Prime Cabinet Secretary has issued a stern warning to motorists and drivers operating vehicles that fail to meet road safety standards. He emphasized that driving unroadworthy vehicles poses a significant risk to road safety and urged compliance to safeguard lives.
Has recorded an increase in serious injury due to road traffic accidents, rising by about 11%. Since 2023. There has, however, been a decrease in fatalities among drivers, passengers, pillion passengers, those are the ones who ride at the back of a motorcycle, and motorcyclists by 5.85%, 10%, 9%, and 10.05% respectively. the month of December normally records the highest number of fatalities. I therefore urge Kenyans in this festive season, especially public service vehicles, drivers, driving on long-distance trips, to be careful and drive safely.
The Prime CS also called on police officers to enforce strict regulations on roads, particularly focusing on issues such as overloading and overspeeding, which are prevalent during the holiday season. He highlighted the government's commitment to reducing road accidents by 50% by the year 2028.
To ensure the safety of our people during the festive season, I give the following directives to our security enforcement officers. 1. Increased police presence and patrols along major highways, both day and night, to monitor and enforce compliance with traffic laws. The enhanced patrols will serve to discourage reckless driving and speed violations, and to prevent unlicensed and overloaded PSVs from operating.
Between January and November this year, 4,282 people have died on the roads, according to data from the National Transport and Safety Authority (NTSA. Of these, pedestrians account for 1,637 deaths, followed by motorcyclists at 1,045, passengers at 788, 372 pylon passengers and 72 pedal cyclists deaths have been reported as well. This warning comes as the National Transport and Safety Authority (NTSA) continues to educate motorists in Mombasa on essential road safety measures aimed at reducing fatalities and ensuring safer travels during this festive season.
Tunajumuisha wote, watu wa bodaboda, watu ambao wanasafiri kwa miguu, kuwapatia uhamasisho kuweza kuvuka barabara kwa mahali ambayo imeruhusiwa, kuangalia traffic signs ambazo zimewekwa, na pia kwa bodaboda kujiepusha kubeba zaidi ya kupitisha kiasi, make sure kwamba wamevaa reflectors ili waweze kuonekana usiku, kuweka helmet kwa yule ambaye ni rider na abiria pia, na hiyo itatusaidia kupunguza hizi ajali.
Innocent Ogaro, K24 TV.
All right, 46 minutes past the hour. Time to take another break here on Evening Edition. When we come back, I'll be taking you through some sporting action.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for being with us through every story, every report and every live broadcast.